You're ready, Rudy? Good evening. I'd like to call the regular scheduled council meeting of Monday, June 13th, 2022 to order. Time being 7 o'clock. Would you all please stand and face the flag? Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honoring the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. I'm going to change it up just a little bit. I'm going to bring up forward the swearing in first of Council Member, Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Castillo and Council Member Chase Liebert. Please, gentlemen, I'm going to stand over here if you would. Swearing in first of Council Member Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Castillo and Council Member Chase Liebert. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of the council I have been placed in. I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of the council of the state of Texas, that I will faithfully and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States, of the state of Texas, and laws of the United States and of the state of, and of this state, so help me God. I state your name. So do solemnly swear or affirm that I have not directly or indirectly paid, offered, or promised to pay contributions, or promised to contribute any money or things of value paid, or promised any public office or employment for giving or withholding of a vote, or promised things of value at the election that which I was elected, or as a reward to secure my appointment or confirmation. At the election, whichever the case may be, so help me God. Thank you. Congratulations. I've probably done that 20 times, and this was the one I enjoyed the most. I will sign those. Next item of business is public input. Anyone under public input may speak on an agenda or non-agenda item for a period of 3 minutes. If you need more time, by the consensus of council, you may be allowed an additional 3 minutes. Jonah Smith. I'm sorry. I have a couple of items just to remind the citizens of 4th of July parade. We will be having a car parade again. Is that correct? 4th of July, probably the car parade through Woodlands. The In-N-Out Burger, Kona Ice, face painting for the kids, some things for the kids to be doing. Kona Ice and In-N-Out Burger will be here. So tell all your neighbors. It was a huge success last year and we're looking forward again this year. So hopefully the heat will cooperate with us a little bit. I don't know. Other item for council is on 7/13 is a workshop. It's going to be from 9 to 3 here at Town Hall. Public is invited, but they cannot participate. We'll be discussing several items, everything from town center zoning to welcoming new citizens to police protection. Many items are on the work session to get out in the open and make the citizens aware of what we're doing. So just be aware of that. Councilmember Hill's not here tonight. He does have COVID, I think for the second time. So he wasn't feeling well and thought it would be best that he tested positive. I believe Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So council, any other reports from you? No reports? Next item of business is the discussion and consideration of taking action regarding ordinance 22-08, amending the Copper Canyon Ordinance, Chapter 1, Article 1 of Article 1.03, Division of Meetings and Rules and Procedures. Council, without going through all this, it's in your agenda. The way our current agendas are things to be put on an agenda reads, I believe, is that any citizen can put anything on an agenda at any time. We're really not really changing that. Any citizen still has the ability to put an agenda item on the agenda, but it must go through town procedure. The final approval is for me to decide whether it's something that needs to be on the agenda. It's quite possible that there's already an ordinance. It's quite possible it doesn't pertain to the town. It's quite possible we've already dealt with it. So there's a lot of things there that just because someone wants something on the agenda, it doesn't necessarily need to be on the agenda. I had a citizen 2 months ago that wanted to discuss permits on fencing and front yard fencing. He called me, I put it on the agenda. So not a whole lot of change to that other than just tightening up what the procedures it has to go through. That about right, Donna? Any discussion, council? No discussion? I entertain a motion. I have a motion by Councilmember Johnson, second. I have a second by Councilmember Andrews. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous, motion carries. Next item is discussion consideration of recommending from the Copper Canyon Planning and Zoning Commission regarding the Williams Ranch final plat of construction plans, DOT applications, CCR, and related documents. This is a 21 acre tract, the Williams survey. Council, when it comes to a final plat, when it gets to here, it must meet all engineering and town ordinances and all engineering requirements. And Chris Hart says that they have met all those requirements. I believe they've met the DOT approval for the driveway permit on 407, DOT approval for the UIR permit for construction of sanitary sewer line under 407, and attorney approval of the HOA and the CCR documents. Any questions? Yes. We haven't received them, but they've been approved. Okay, so it'd be pending. We would request a motion to approve pending these items being received to the town administrator. Is that correct? Okay. Council, any comments or questions?
Mayor, I just want to clarify the issue with the entry to the property. Has that all been resolved? Because I believe that was on the Vickery property. Is that correct, Mr. Siciliano?
Yes, sir. They've dedicated the entrance property to the town, and the town has accepted it. The mayor signed the acceptance. So all we need now is TxDOT approval to build it. But the land, you currently own the land. It's been deeded to the town. So that's been resolved. We have the sanitary sewer easement agreement from Toll Brothers. That's been resolved. We put that in your packet. As far as we know, there are no outstanding issues except we're waiting. TxDOT, we've applied for the sanitary sewer bore under 407. They've accepted our application. They said to give them 2 days notice, but we still don't have the formal approval to build the entrance by TxDOT. But
Okay, so
that's
you're
all we're
waiting on-
lacking.
You have the property, you're just now waiting on the approval, and all the parties have been satisfied as to the transfer of that piece of land, et cetera.
It was deeded to the town.
Okay.
That was done May 10th. It was recorded. So that's fait accompli. There's a 10-foot construction easement around it. We're working with the VEC rezon, but the actual entrance area has been deeded to the town.
Great, thank you.
Yes, sir. Kind of complicated.
Was there, Dave, was there ever any more discussion about deceleration? Was there any, that come up? with
That's up to
TxDOT?
TxDOT.
I
And
know, yeah, I know it is.
our understanding is usually they will say for us as residential to provide for it and for the commercial to install it, but we don't know.
Okay.
So whatever they come up with.
We haven't heard on that one.
No, sir. We don't talk direct to TxDOT. Yeah, that's like the J3 in the military. Yeah, I was like a captain, that's. Chris talks to him and said he says he's interfacing him with directly, and as long as he doesn't get any pushback from him, he'll let us start our grading, but not install any utilities or anything until they formally approve. And I just can't tell you how long that process would take. We're very anxiously following up. So we hope it doesn't hold us up, but yes, sir.
Mayor, just brought up the deceleration lane possibility. I think we need to do everything we can to push those kind of things. I know it's out of our purview. However, we're all becoming painfully aware as to how busy 407 is getting, and it's probably not going to get easier. So anything that anybody can do involved with this project, whether it's a town, Mr. Siciliano, or anybody else, I think it would be of benefit to the future residents of your development to get something like that in, mostly for safety. So anything that.
Donna, is there a method that we can communicate with TxDOT? Do we have a representative where we can voice our concerns about?
Residents
Yeah,
of your
okay.
development to get something like that in.
Right.
Mostly for safety.
Okay, so it's that far out. We can communicate with TxDOT. Do we have a representative? Yeah, I understand, yeah. So voice our concerns about.
One last quick question, Mr. Siciliano. Should TxDOT be agreeable to creating such a space for deceleration area for folks that are turning in to your development? Is there going to be any future issue with allotting land for that space, or is that already available to TxDOT?
Chris has also already asked that we leave an easement area to provide for that.
Excellent.
He's thinking the residential won't be burdened with the cost that the commercial will be, because we only have 30 lots. That's a lot for 30 lots to absorb. So usually what they do is they make you provide for it. And then whenever the commercial goes in, they have the commercial folks install it. But we don't know what they'll.
Well,
So,
once again, I think it goes to,
Yeah.
if we prepare for that eventuality on the hope that TxDOT will help us, even if it's in the future. If the available land is there and we prepare for that, I think it goes a long way in preventing problems in the future.
Yes, sir. That's in our plans.
Okay, great.
It's Derek, you're here. Didn't we leave an easement area for the decel lane? We provided for that. Part of it that's in the TxDOT right away. Part of that's our frontage that we're making sure is not developed on. That work?
Thank you.
Okay.
Anything else, council? Not, I'll entertain a motion to approve with the conditions of the all items B prior. Go ahead. Okay. I have a motion to approve with conditions that all items 1 through 3 will be provided to the town before it is, permits are released. I have a motion by Councilmember Andrews, second.
I'll second.
Second by the Deputy Mayor Pro Tem, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, motion carries. Next item is discussion, consideration of taking action regarding ordinance 22-07, amending the chapter 11 taxation of the town's code of ordinances for general provisions by adding a new section and all matters related to. Now, we're gonna pull this tonight. Council, this is, Donna, we've discussed this. She discussed it with me. She brought it forward that we feel that by doing this, we're locking in a tax rate that we feel we can do better by not locking this in right now, that we'll be able to reduce the taxes to a lower level. If we just wait and see what the final valuations are come in by the county. The taxes to a lower level. If we just wait and see what the final valuations are come in by the county.
But I'd rather not lock in any section of council, more options when we set a tax.
So if we want to be able to, if we want to lower tax rate again, we'll have that option to do this by not approving this or moving forward on this or denying it. So it's, I don't think it's a gamble on our part. We know we have high evaluations. We know we have a high revenue. We know that we carry a lot of money forward. And with proper management, we should be able to continue to bring, but as the ad valorem values increase, we should be able to balance out the tax rate as decrease. So at this point, this is going to be removed from the agenda with no date to be reconsidered at this time. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh, why would I want to do that? I got all excited about swearing people in. I don't have a consent agenda. I know, but I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Well, okay, so I'm not going to argue with anybody, but okay. Next item is consent agenda is item 2. Any item on the consent agenda may be removed by any member of council for individual discussion or consideration. Approval of the May 9th meetings, approval of the May 16th meetings, approval of May's financials, and approval of resolutions of 22-0 through casting a vote for the Board of Managers on Danco Area 911. Anything to be removed? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve.
Minutes.
Anything to be removed?
Financials.
Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve. I have a motion by Councilmember Johnson. Do I have a second?
I'll second the
I have
motion.
a second by the Deputy Mayor Pro Tem. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, motion carries. Any items to be placed on the next agenda? Donna, will we be doing committees and appointments? Well, Mayor Pro Tem, Mayor, Deputy Mayor Pro Tem. Okay.
Were there staff reports that we skipped over? Or?
I did council or my staff, mayor, council report. Did you have anything? Okay. Anything? Okay. Hearing no items to be on the agenda, the time being 7:23, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. I have a motion by Councilmember Johnson. A second?
I'll second the motion.
Second by the Deputy Mayor Pro Tem. All in favor to adjourn?
Aye.
Yeah, motion carries. Didn't mean to keep you all here so long.